Hi, second grade. This week for math, we're going to be looking at telling time. So if you have not come with a piece of paper and a pencil, I do that every time. A piece of paper and a pencil, pause your screen, go grab that. If you have that, then you're all ready. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of show you the steps. When we see a clock, how do we tell the time? What time is it? There's two main steps that we do. And then once we do that, I'm going to put some times on my clock and I'm going to see if you guys can figure out what time it is. So first of all, I have a clock here. And the most important thing to know is we have two hands on our clock. And this is the hour hand. I drew it right here, and the minute hand. Take a minute. What do you notice about the hour hand and minute hand? I want you to whisper to yourself, what do you notice about the hour hand and the minute hand? Try and compare them. I hope you notice that the hour hand is shorter than the minute hand. And one way that I always remember that is because the word hour is shorter than the word minute. Hour has 4 letters in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minute has 6 letters in it. Okay, so the hour hand, that word is shorter, and the hand on the clock is shorter. So if we're looking at our clock, which one would be the hour hand? Our short one. And this one tells us the minute. So that's the first thing we need to know. The other thing is there are 24 hours in the day, but our clocks only go to 12. And if you do 12 plus 12, you get to 24. So in one day, our clock goes around 2 full times, okay? And each of these is an hour. So we've got 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock. And when it's a new hour, I'll show you on here. Like this is 1 o'clock because our minute hand is just pointing up at the 12. Okay, that means it's a new hour. Our minute hand is ready to start over before it goes to the next minute. So let's go over our steps and we will read the time on this clock right here and then we'll do some practice. So the first thing that we need to do when we try to tell time is we look at the hour. What hour is the hour hand pointing to? Which one's the hour hand? Ooh, hour is the short word, so it's the short hand. Okay, so where is our hour hand pointing? And sometimes I like to draw my line out, okay? So my hour hand is pointing to 2. So right now the hour is 2, and I write that on my first line. I have a little note here. It says if the hour hand is between 2 hours, so say it came to here, and it was between 2 and 3, it hasn't reached the 3 yet. So it would still be in the hour 2. So if it's ever in between 2 hours and it hasn't reached the next one, it's the one before it. Okay, we'll do some practice with that. But this hour hand is pointing directly at the 2. Okay, step 1, check. Step 2, find the minutes. Now, this isn't as easy as the hour where we just look where are the minutes pointing. The minutes we have to count by 5. Can you count by 5 with me all the way to 60? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So our clock, when we're counting, we count by 5s to all the way to the top, which would be 60, or we call that like 1 o'clock. So I wrote that down here for us as well. So when we count, we start at 1. So 5 minutes have gone by. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and this would be a new hour. Okay, so I want you to watch how I'm going to do this. I start at 1, and my minute hand is pointing right here. So I'm going to count by 5s until I get there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to stop because that is where my minute hand is. The time on this clock is 2:50. All right. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to set up my dry erase board, just like you can set up your paper. And we're going to write this, because this is how we write the time. Here we put the hour. Here we put the minutes. Okay, hour and minutes. All right. If we look at this clock, our first step is to look at the hour hand. Our hour hand is the short one, and we just look, where is it pointing? Oh, sorry, I moved it a little bit. Oh, okay, where is the hour hand pointing? Ooh, it's right, it's just past the 4. It's in between the 4 and 5, but hasn't reached the 5 yet. So our hour is 4. Now to see how many minutes have gone by, we count by 5 and we start at 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We stop here because this is where our minute hand is. The time on this clock is 4:30. We write it just like that. All right, let's do a few more. Next one. Move my clock. Starting with my hour hand. It's in between the 11 and the 12. Has it reached the 12 yet? No. So my hour is 11. So for your hour, we have 11. Now I'm ready for my minutes. I'm going to hold this up nice and close. I want you to count, starting at 1, how many minutes have gone by. Take your time. Okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes have gone by. Our time is 11:40. All right, the next one I'm just going to put up here. Let me erase this. And I want you to figure it out, okay? What time is this? If you want to pause your screen so I stop moving, go ahead, pause your screen, figure out what time is up here. All right. When you're ready, unpause that screen and let's go over it. So my hour hand is the short one and it's pointing right at the 9. So I know my hour is 9. My minutes are pointing up at the 12. Well, I don't start counting 5 minutes until I hit 1. Remember, when it's up at the 12, that means it's 9 o'clock. And we put 2 zeros to show 9 o'clock. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 2 more. I'm going to put it up, pause your screen, solve it, and then come back and join us. Go ahead, figure out what time is that. All right, let's see. Our hour hand is pointing at the 6. The hour is 6. For my minute hand, I count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. We have 6, 15. Okay, one more. There's a reason I'm doing this one because the way we write this one is a little bit funky. What time do I have up here? Pause your screen, figure out what time it is. Oh, hold on. Don't do that one. I want you to do this one. Okay, now do it. What time do I have up here? Okay, well, my hour hand is pointing at the 10, so I know my hour is 10. My minute hand is pointing at the 1, and so I would start by counting 5. But instead of just writing 10, 5, the way we write it and the way we say it is we say 10:05, and we put a 0 in there. 10:05. Okay? All right, you have some practice to do this week on telling time. There's another video and some practice from Khan Academy on Thursday. If you get stuck, reach out to your teachers or check out that video on Khan Academy. Good luck with telling time this week.